Test 1 2 test 1 2. Man, I am so sorry. Some things can't be worked around though. All right, I am here. I am so sorry. Dun, 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 dun. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. All right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Kinneas here. All right. The flight is supposed to be 7 hours. Please forgive me if I skip the cruise. Okay, everything we've been trying to escape Canada, and where we landed in Calgary, all the jobs that I pretty much would want to do are all heading north. The universe wants me to go north. Everything in Microsoft Flight Simulator wants me to go north. So we are headed towards the top of the world. I don't think I've ever flown this far north ever. Gonna be in a 737 Max again today. Ooh, man, it's gonna be cold. I normally like the cold, but I mean like a Colorado cold, not like Santa Claus cold. Ooh. 1,307 miles, but again, we're going to probably be skipping the cruise. I have no idea. I've got Bushtalk loaded, but I don't know if we're going to come across any audio tours up here. But who knows? I don't know what's up here. I've never been here. Never flown to the top of the world. I hope you're having a great day. Man, I am in the evening. I am streaming SimCity 2013 right now. The madness is kind of subsiding, but allow me a minute while this is loading to give you the teaser for that. You ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long time? Well, I got a SimCity Jones that's been nagging at me for days. So I reinstalled it from the EA app, and I'm not sure that I'm happy about it. It's a madness, I tell you. A madness that's going to consume up entirely too much of my time. You see all this fancy stuff they're displaying in this intro teaser? Well, I always seem to implode before I ever get to the fancy future stuff. Ever. I think I developed too fast, etc., etc. So my Jones wants me to try and take it a bit slower on the development and pay much closer attention to the basics of the population growth, basic resource demands. I want to try and get multiple cities working together. It's all been buying and selling resources and goods. Then maybe work up to transportation. It all sounds good right now, but I'm not sure how it's going to go this time. Anyways, I got the SimCity Jones, I tell you. The Jones! And it's madness. Been playing over several nights so far, and every bit of it's been a failure. It's been kicking my butt. Everything is collapsing all the time. All right, so let's take a quick look at Calgary. Yeah, it's a noisy place out here. Final call for Fairbanks Flight Canada Air Alliance, Charlie Alpha Alpha 3311. Please head to gate 36 with your boarding pass. Thank you. Blah blah blah. Really, they just want you to skip it. That's kind of cool. All right, so this is Calgary. I don't know if any of the people that might be tuning in today are coming in because they were watching me playing SimCity last couple of nights, and I've been talking about doing my Skydude stuff and encouraging them to come let me fly them around and show them what I know, or show them what I lack knowing in Microsoft Flight Simulator as Kinneas the Skydude. And so if you are coming in, hey, how you doing? Cheers and best. They actually going to get the jet weight of the plane this time. They've been putting it out there, and it's never close enough, too far away. I'll be darned. It looks like they actually got the jet weight to the plane today. Wow, good job. Good job. Because I started late, I'm just going to get going. I'm going to skip as much as I can. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Hey, how are you? Cheers. I'm so sorry about that delayed start. But again, there are things you can't control sometimes in this world. Can't control everything. We are moving to the takeoff. Gotta speed it up. Hey, thank you for tuning in. It is loading in. Trying to request takeoff clearance as it is suggesting, but it's sometimes Microsoft Flight Simulator is a little bit buggy when it in the communications. You don't have to be a lurker. You can say hi, you know. All right. Now, 2977 for the 2977 for the altimeter. Now, the last 2 days ago, the altimeter was stuck and it wouldn't budge. Well, it would go up like 1 or 2 notches. 2977. Okay, so we're set. What do you mean? I got clearance for taxiing, and I got clearance to enter the runway. See what I mean? Buggy sometimes. Well, you know, it is what it is. It's okay. It means nothing. It's not a big deal. It's not a life-threatening thing. All right, let's pause right here. Get the communications up and out of our way. Okay. What does the electronic feedback have to say about our altitude today? 35,000 feet. So I'm trying to adjust the altitude now. There's a lot of knob turning in the Boeing. I don't know why they designed it this way and not like the Dream, not like the Airbus. Because in an emergency situation, the last thing you want to do is die spinning this knob over and over and over again to quickly dial in the altitude you want. Now, I don't know, maybe the cockpit's got like a cool little swivel on it. You can just spin it and it'll go and it'll spin very fast and go up fast. But spinning this thing to get what you want takes a long time. And then, again, an emergency situation, I would not want to be over there. Just quick, spin it, Fred. You're going to kill us all. All right, so we're taking off from runway 35, Calgary International. We're landing at PAEI Ellison Air Force Base, ILS 32, direct. And let's quickly look at the chart here. Where's the ILS chart? Well, that's not good. I'm sure it'll tell us in the flight plan what altitude we need to be at, but you know, if we're landing on an ILS runway, we should really know what altitudes we're supposed to be at. They have a Cat 1. Category 1 ILS, it's based on distance, like how far out they can guide your plane in, automated. It's probably pretty flat up there. I don't know. What do I know? Never been up here. United States, Fairbanks, Ellison, but it does not say anything that I can tell right off the bat about what your approach height is supposed to be. Get down, but the ground right there is 1,716 feet, 1,624 feet. $14.32. So we're coming in from this direction. So we'll be on a course setting of 320. These seem to spin faster. $320. Do the same over here. Probably don't have to, but okay. Turn on the auto throttle. Let's arm that. Flight director on over there. Flight director on here. All right, we're off to Fairbanks, Alaska. We will be escaping Canada, but wow. Where are the jobs up there going to take us? Next thing we'll know, we're going to be in Russia. It's 130. We haven't got a V-run rotate yet. Thank you. Look, Mom, I'm flying. Landing gear up. Flaps up. Might have to tweak my graphic settings a little bit. Getting some stuttering. Come on, Cracky Johansson, settle your stuff. All right. So we're up and away. Let me go ahead now and turn on the autopilot. Autopilots. And let me turn on LNAV and see if it'll take. And do the vertical speed. And that's good for a climb. To do a level change. Quite turbulent. Huh, the level change didn't do it. Level change should put it to N1, right? Okay, it is. No, it's coming back down. There it goes. Now it's figuring itself out. Now it's climbing again. All right, let's take a. I've got a. Oh, well, never mind. Keep biting the side of my tongue. All right, so the legs are. Oh, we're on vectors right now. Really, where did all the darn waypoints go? Let's see here. Next page. There they are. Let's clear out that discontinuity. Great. Whack off. Really? Hold it. Whack off. Uh-huh. All right, let's place that with that, execute it, and see if the LNAV takes it. Do it, baby, do it. That's something I don't understand. Sometimes it grabs LNAV and it does it perfect. Other times, if it doesn't engage, just turn your heading knob to where you're going, right, and do a heading select, and then after you are going in the direction that you need to be going, then try LNAV, and usually it kicks in. Somebody said if it's, the funny thing is somebody said if it's like more than 15 degrees off the vector, then it won't acquire. But we were right on it. I mean, it was, for the most part. I can't, the logic of these things, I don't know. Just whatever, just okay, fine. Do it, whatever you need to do, just okay. It still blows me away that, but I do understand now why Airbus is so popular. It feels way more intuitive. Everything is like, oh, well, this makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense. I guess maybe you just, if you spent enough time in the Boeing planes the same way, oh, it makes sense. I can't wait to see the cockpits. Like the next 10 years. I mean, I've seen a couple of new modern ones, and they're pretty far out. But I wonder how aviation is going to change now with, when you look at things like, we call it the Archer Midnight and the Joby and the simplified controls and all of that. And I wonder, when, if aircraft, if they can do the same thing with aircraft, that there's a way to make it really, really easy. As simple as the Archer Midnight. And I don't know, maybe. I think they can. Especially as we go forward in the future with AI assist, yada, yada, yada. All right, let's see about getting LNAV now. And we need to turn heading off. Well, at the moment, it seems like it's trying to do it. Okay, flaps are up, everything's up. What else we got to secure? Turn the landing lights off. They were off. Okay. Those lights are off. I live for the noise. I love just pushing this button. I'd still keep your seatbelt on, but you can do what you want. North to Alaska. In our Aero Mexico aircraft. Oh yeah, I said I wanted to quickly change any graphics that we don't need for being up this high. We don't really need to have the terrain so high. We can't really see it. Buildings, can't really see them at the moment. Trees, no. Plants, rocks, all that, can't see it. Object level of detail, yeah, that's whack. Can't see anything. Clouds, oh yeah, ultra, that's what we want today. Ain't she beautiful? Oof. What time is it? 36 minutes out. 36 minutes after the hour. You're watching Kinneas the Skydude. Bum, 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 bum. I was gonna say, I sure hope the plane is just doing a turn and not just spinning out of control. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Thank you for tuning in and leaving. That's fine. I suppose you got better things to do. But I don't. Woohoo! Oh no. You haven't been hearing the darn audio from the simulator. How did that get toggled off? Wow. It's not unusual to be alive by anyone. It's not unusual to your sound to be quite gone. I'm like, why are they not impressed? Can't hear, Kinneas, like, I can't hear anything, just your breathing. Thank you. My mic levels are whack. I apologize for any imperfection in the audio. My settings got changed, and I haven't had a chance to go back in there and fine-tune everything again. And so it picks up everything like rubbing my fingers together or something. I mean, it's just so sensitive. And it shouldn't be. $8.50. I don't think I want an expander. Testing, 1, 2. running into a little bit of clouds. Look pretty clear up ahead, but what do I know? I didn't check the weather. Ooh. $33,000 feet. And they actually want us at 36. Electronic feedback says 35, but it's okay. Did I mean top of the world? Just a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah, over to Russia, right? Well, I know I'm a dumb American. Can't believe we're going to be closer to Russia than Colorado. Looks like we're getting some ice buildup, so we better look for the de-icing stuff in this aircraft. Anti-collision, wipers, wiper. Come on. It's got to be right in front of my face. Easy. Dang you. Or they've got it down here somewhere. I think so, but what do I know? All right. Help me out if you know where they're at. I'm not seeing it. Navigation, yaw damper, flight control, cooling, emergency lights, fasten belts, wing and an ice. Why way up there? But the important things where you need them. All right, so let's get the outside of the aircraft. Hard to tell, it's white. Thank you again. I can't thank you enough for being tuned in. Thanks for sticking around. So, to the top of the world. Alice, Beatrice, hey, thank you for tuning in. I don't know who you are, so hello. I'm in Aero, Mexico. So I expect we are probably, well, the weather is going to remain like this. I was planning on skipping a lot of the descent, skipping a lot of the cruise. They want it, it's a 7-hour flight. And I really don't want to do 7 hours for a Skydude live stream. So I'll probably be skipping to descent shortly. But we are finally escaping Canada. The last few days, the week really, every time I try to take off and go land someplace else, the mission would crash or the plane would suddenly reappear somewhere else, and we just kept being stuck over near Vancouver Island. And finally yesterday, we at least got as far away as Calgary, but we were still in Canada. And today, up to Fairbanks, Alaska, to Ellison Air Force Base, I believe. How did that turn off? One moment, I'll be right back. I'm going to top up my coffee. Co-pilot, hope you're having a great day. Okay. Bones. Do. An expander can, huh?
Grammarly helps me get the best grades.
You find values for yourself is because
one moment,
these
I have to check something out.
outside of maybe the attack time, which we'll explain later, should be different for everyone else. It'll be different based on your microphone, the way you speak, the loudness that you speak at,
right?
The noise, the way noise works in your room,
Totally makes sense.
Computer, etc. Basically, it'll be different for everyone, at least to some degree. Even if you have the same
Some of my settings are off, and I'm trying to figure them out here.
Completely identical, and that difference.
While we're on a cruise, I might as well try to fix this.
Affect things for you. Anyway, I'm going to go actually explain what all the different filters are. So first off, we have the open threshold, and this is when the microphone starts picking up audio, right? So I have it set at the lowest point I could ever be talking. So some days I speak quieter than others, some days I speak louder.
I see.
Is to have this low enough that it'll pick up all of that audio, but high enough that it won't pick up other noises, like you breathing, your mouse and keyboard, just anything like that. And that's kind of the idea behind the open threshold. It also has this value called the attack time, which is how long after the open threshold detects that audio level that it'll take to actually record the audio. And you do want, I found, and a lot of other people online have found and suggested, around 20-25 milliseconds of attack time. And that's because when the mic first picks up that level of audio, a lot of the time it'll make a sound that's kind of weird, and this small of an attack time will not affect how your voice actually sounds, but it'll be enough to get rid of that kind of weird sound it makes. Then next up we have the closed threshold, and generally you want this a little bit lower than the open threshold, because what this does is it closes off the audio once it reaches that level, right? And you want that level to be a little bit lower, so that it's basically when you stop speaking it closes it off. And this one is associated with the other two values, the hold time and the release time. The hold time is how much longer after it stops hearing that level that it kind of holds on to the audio for, and the release time is how long it takes to close close off the threshold. The reason that there's two separate values for this instead of just one overall is because the release is a little bit inconsistent. So you want the hold time to be the audio you actually want to get caught up. And the reason you want this hold time is because when you're ending your sentence, you don't instantly cut off. Like in your head, you're like, oh, I stopped the sentence, I stopped speaking. But when you stop speaking, humans naturally kind of decrease in volume, and just any sound will naturally decrease. Right, so like when you're speaking, you might be at like -5, but as you stop speaking, as you finish your sentence, that last like syllable or whatever will kind of decrease from -5 all the way down to like -60 or whatever, or just basically the point of nothingness. And then the whole time is there to catch enough of that that it'll catch the end of your sentence, but not enough that it'll catch the breath afterward or something. And then the release time is just extra on top of that. And yeah, that's at least how I understand things.
25. That's quite different.
If I was wrong about any of this stuff, please let me know in the comments. I will pin your comment if I can verify that what you're saying is actually correct. I'm not trying to spread misinformation. I'm just trying to spread information. This is what I've found to be true after looking at a bunch of other videos, and none of which had all this information in one video, which is why I made this one. And yeah, with that out of the way, hope you guys enjoyed and have a great rest of your day.
Well, all we can do is try that. Testing 1 2. Well, I certainly hope that's better. Got that sweet, quiet spot right there on the wing. Mostly. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna skip the descent, and this can be kind of treacherous. And what is our descent supposed to be? Do. Well, let's see what we get.
$2,500.
Wow. Okay, we're at Zalo. Really? Are we on it right now? Wow. I thought they'd put us a little bit further back. What's going on with the VOR lock? She's all over the place. What's going on, buddy?
2,500.
Really? She's gonna put us into the ground. Oh my, they've got to fix that. I mean, wow. Oh, calm down. They should put you at least like top of descent, you know, or out a little bit. They shouldn't put you right on final. Seems a little bit much. Where are we at? 3,000 feet. Do. Go back to Felun. 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 Really, I don't know. They look the same. Not VLOC, not LNAV. Really? So... why won't the VLOC turn off? $1,700.
Eielson Tower, kin Charlie Alpha.
Eielson. I was saying Ellison.
Is 2 miles southeast, 4,900 feet with uniform to land.
Kin Charlie Alpha Alpha, Tree 11 Eielson Tower. Altimeter 29er. 71 fly straight in runway tree 2.
It's making me mad. I can't disengage the dang VLOC.
Kin Charlie Alpha Alpha, Tree 11 acknowledge last transmission.
It won't acknowledge hitting the R key as it says. And I can't acknowledge it. I don't want a flight following. R. Oh, Microsoft, really? Come on. Flight director on, flight director on. Da, 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 da. On, 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 on.
2,500.
And 32.
One thousand. One thousand. Too low. Terrain.
Course heading was 350, wasn't it? 32, 320. Wow. It looks like the cat, whatever the cat one, localizer is grabbed. I think. See if it's gonna turn us back on a course. That's interesting. Gotta give that one to you, Boeing, if it works. Not just spins me in a circle. I don't think it is though. I don't know. This is still trying to go to Zala. There's the waypoint. Now you're spinning me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby. Right round, round, round. We're on the we're on the beam, but it's got us going in the entirely wrong direction. How does that happen? And there it goes again. So what is the key to getting it to come out of VOR lock? Hey! Why don't you start people training? You're so interested in flying. Your windshield is icing. Change to the VOR heading to 180. The VOR heading. The course heading is 320. We're supposed to be coming in at on runway 32. And that's course heading at 320. $140. Why don't you start people training if you're so interested in flying? I don't understand what you mean. Huh. Okay, it's out. It's out of your lock. Now let's see if we can get it. Go back to Sullen. No, it doesn't want to do it. You chump. No, I get it. In the analog VOR, there's a heading knob. If it shows you the wrong direction, you need to change it to 180. EIL 109 IEAF D1151 EIL. Private pilot license. Ooh. I'm poor. Just, and I can't see a thing. 109.9. One 151. EAF. It is still not activating the proper leg. Let's go previous page, next page. No, at least she's turning around. Let's see, 2005 to 8. Get up a little bit higher. Okay. I'm supposed to be, well, I guess VR1 is on. VR2, I might as well turn it on. Over here, VR1 is off. Let's try putting that on, I suppose. I don't know that these... I don't know. Don't know enough about this aircraft at all. It's just driving me nuts. (3,200 feet, 2,400 feet. All right, so it says 7 miles to Felon, 6 miles to Zalor. Then we need to be descending to 2,400 feet. And hopefully it'll then continue on down to the runway. If we mess up, we have to go to whack off.
Eielson Tower, Kin Charlie Alpha, Alpha Tree 11 is 42 miles southeast, 2,900 feet with uniform to land.
Kin Charlie Alpha Alpha Tree 11 Eielson Tower. Altimeter 29er. 71 fly straight in runway tree 2.
Fly straight in runway tree 2, Kin Charlie Alpha, Alpha Tree 11.
Well, up there it says Felon is 24 miles. Didn't do our climb. It didn't do the level change. Well, hello down there. So, tell me you're acing all your classes, Henning. Yeah, and I'll definitely try to fly the approach. Manually if I can't get it here. Yep. Yes, sirree. Let me grab my coffee. 34 minutes after the hour. Cheers. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity. Always stay safe. Especially you. How's the weather today in Germany? Getting any flying in this weekend coming up? When's your next go up? That was so cool to hear about your school the other day and how many winch launches and how many hours and that you guys are breaking records over there. It's really fantastic. Cheers. And I hope you're doing well with all your other studies. I'm sure you are. You're a pro. Too lazy to study. It is, though. I mean, it's one of those things when you like this subject that you're interested in, you learn it. If you're not that interested, it's like, Okay, Zalor, we're supposed to be at 2,400. I'm gonna wait till we get over that hill. We'll calm down a little bit. So just bringing the nose down a tiny bit, negative 300 feet. You see that those hills up ahead. I can turn back on the terrain now. It's looking rather blurry. We were up pretty high, couldn't see a thing. Might as well get the full view now that we're coming in. Now I know why they're always gold mining up here. Lovely rivers. That's sediment. I think Canada would be a great place too, for sure. 15 miles. And then from there it is the runway, so... That's in 400. IEAF, it says 324. That's weird. The ILS heading on here is 324 degrees, but on the chart it's 320. But let's go with what the thing is saying. Maybe it's updating it. 324. 324. I don't see that we're even close to it. We're still off to our right. Now it's off to our left. It's weird. On this screen, it's on the right. See? VR2, well, I don't know. Now we're moving on it. We got the diamond. We'll try it. Let's try it again. There's VOR lock. There we go. Heading over to the left a little bit. If it straightens itself out. Good. Good. Good, baby. Good, good, good. There's our diamond. Our glide slope diamond. Very good. Going into approach mode. You wish you could fly. The weather is absolutely fantastic. You're a little bit frustrated because you had no long flights during the weekend. And yesterday and today were fantastic thermal days. Wish you could fly cross country this weekend, but you can't because there's always the risk of outlanding and you need to attend a birthday party. Therefore, Sunday will be difficult. And then you can get some sleep. Boy, I'm gonna sleep hard this weekend because you've seen that I've been doing that SimCity stuff overnight. Oh man, I thought Flight Simulator was tough. SimCity 2013 is kicking my butt. I can't believe it. I can't get the cities to become stable at the moment. I haven't figured out the key, and I keep imploding. Well, meaning that I'm going broke in the cities. Something will happen, the crime or whatever. Wow, what a hard game. Come on, you. Come down. Almost got the diamond centered. Diamond is centered. We should be descending. There we go. Good, baby. Good, 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 good. That's what we want.
Kin Charlie Alpha Alpha Tree 11 wind 064 at 4. Clear to land runway tree 2.
Well, thank you much. R key is not working for response, Microsoft. And I can't respond. So now I'm going to get dinged. They're like, you are an authorized, whatever. I can't respond. It's bugged. I'm just over here pressing and pressing and pressing the R key to respond.
1,000.
And she's going to say, did you respond to my, did you hear me? You didn't get authorization to land, therefore you failed. Well, I hope system update 2 is so good. The little bugs are really starting to get tedious. Okay, let's see if I can do this properly.
500. 400.
Probably not going to be pretty.
300. 2 low. 200. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps.
Egads. Egads.
Flaps. Too low. Flaps. Too low.
Oh, come on. No. Slow down.
Too low.
Oh, you.
Too low. Flaps. 100.
Turn off the auto throttle.
50. 30. 20. Flaps.
Sheesh. Sheesh. Not pretty at all. Gonna miss that turn. But she's down. Not pretty at all. Still in reverse, we are. Yeah, I tried my best. At least the plane didn't crash. And that's good. Then they would have put me on approach again. I came in a little too slow. And maybe I didn't have my flaps all the way down, but I think that I should have been thinking about the weight a little bit more, slowing down. So we came in, I felt a little short, and so I kind of overreacted, pulled up the nose a little too much. Well, first of all, I thought we were gliding, so I pushed the nose down. Other way, it all happened so fast. I don't care anymore. Give me a speeding ticket. It's been a silly afternoon. They got me running in circles. They've been giving me these really long taxis way to other sides of airports. They cut across the this way. There's one of those crazy copters we were flying that one time. The crazy copter. Yeah, I definitely need a lot more practice with this thing. I don't mind. I'm digging it, you know. And then I flew the 321 the other night. I really enjoyed it. Had no problem. It's just the little things. But, you know, experience. Get more experience with this Boeing, and we'll be fine in the future. We'll be good friends. I got to work up, practice anyway. I got to work my way up to that giant heavy cargo one, the Beluga. And I'm sure there's some bigger ones like, I don't know what's after this one. I'll have to go check. Somebody was saying with System Update 2 that we're going to finally get to be able to use airplanes that we purchased. I've got my fingers crossed that I'm not getting bad information in the forum. And that means that I could possibly end up getting to use my Skyvan. Skydude gets to use the Skyvan. That's going to be fantastic. I really hope that is the truth. Because I really want to use it. That key command worked. We're just waiting for the engine to shut down. If you arm your speed brakes, you don't need to deploy them manually. Really? That saves you a lot of stress during the landing. Really? I did not know that. Thank you very much. I think I never told you I saw a near crash on Saturday. Oh no. Oh no, a Cessna 172 came in way too fast and way too high. So they touched down after using 75% of the runway and just then decided to do a go round. Well, thank goodness that, you know, got a clear head about it and decided, okay, my ego is not going to cover this. Let me get out of here. We men, we're pig-headed sometimes. I can do it. Oh, I can't do it. Oops. Level 130. I should be able to, what now? Like 15 magic missiles around. Mordenkainen's magical shell. What other kind of spells do we get at this level? Be able to cast some fireballs. Very nice. Oh, okay. Well, pretty flight. We didn't get any Bushtalk audio. We didn't get any audio tours that time. But that's the way it goes sometimes. And we're at the top of the world pretty much. So tomorrow, I have no idea. Let's see what missions unlocked. Watch, we're going to end up getting a flight to Russia. What do we have here? Cargo. That's heading back that way. The Pilatus. That's heading back south. De Havilland. That'll be a quick, short one. 1 hour and 30 minute. Fairbanks, if it's available tomorrow. These things change sometimes. Where are you going? Cessna 172 transport for the Skyhawk. South Grand Caravan. South. That one looks like it's going to Russia. Well, at least north. Either way, we have some opportunities. We'll see what if any of these jobs change before tomorrow. I'll check this early in the morning and see where we're going. That one takes us out. I can't click it out here. Hard to see. I want to see the job, but I can't zoom out and click at the same time. Now that job just vanished. See what I mean? They vanish. Sometimes I'll go ahead and set myself up for a flight. I'm like, I want to do this flight. Then I come back the next day and it's not there anymore. I really want to be able to zoom out and see where the thing is taking us all the way. Now the job's there again. KMSP. Boy, those servers are something else today. Wow, that's pretty intense. KMSP. Let me find out where KMSP is. KMSP. That is Minneapolis, St. Paul. So that would take us all the way back to the United States. A hell of a flight. Yeah, if it's available tomorrow, maybe we'll do that. Get ourselves back to the United States. Oh, wow. More on that Cessna. He said he barely got over the trees with 6 feet spare. Put flaps in, which was the worst thing you can do, right? He was, yeah, and then flew 45 degrees at 30 feet when turning the stall speed increase. So we were ready to call 911. Oh, my Lord. Oh, can you imagine your whole life flashing in front of you at that point? Oh my gosh. And I think that answers your question. I mean, you're like, how come you don't go get a private pilot's license? Look at the way I fly, Henning. I would tell you, hey, I'm going to go learn how to become a pilot, and then you'll never hear from me again. I will kill myself. Until I can be like, oh, Mr. Perfect in the simulator, and I never have a problem. I never fail a landing. Everything is perfect. Yeah, maybe then. When everything just becomes so boring and I'm like, oh, I've got this. But I don't believe it. I don't believe that'll ever happen. You see me flying. I probably shouldn't be up in the air. I should just keep myself in a simulator, and that's about it. And he says, did you know every airport call sign has a meaning? For example, in Germany, EDWU, the N is for Europe, D for Germany, W, closest airport is Bremen, U, individual airport call sign. Yeah. I think after 20 hours with an instructor, they'd probably, I don't know, who knows? I don't know. They might tell me, man, I don't know. You should probably just stick to a simulator, Skydude. I'm sure it's a lot different. I mean, when you're, I'm sure there's a super big difference between real life and doing it in a simulator. And again, maybe, once you're in it and doing it, you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. But then again, knowing me, stupid things happen. I do love the idea of doing it before I expire, sooner than later. I don't want to be trying it when I'm 70. I think I'm finally mature enough to try it. But unless I could get a job doing it, flying is a rich man's game. You hate the bilingual keyboard? Yeah, I get it. Well, if you will excuse me, Henning, I have got to go get staged. I blew up my dang SimCity again last night, and before I start my next live stream with SimCity, I've got to get some cities into at least a reasonable state before I start live streaming. So I've got to go scramble and try to get that up and established so I don't embarrass myself terribly later this evening. So I need to go do that. I hate cutting you off, and I love spending time with you. But I'm very sorry I got all this to go do, and I'm sure you got things to do too. You're a very busy person, and you need to get some rest anyway and not be hanging out with me. So I will possibly see you tonight. I will possibly see you tomorrow. And as always, I love hearing about your adventures. €1,000 a year for gliding. Oh yeah. All right. And I want to get Discord up and running sooner than later again, and get us together. And again, hopefully we'll be able to do some group flying soon. You got to keep your. I can't wait to. We need to do some more glider flying at EDWU. I want to get possibly get the custom content for it, and I want to watch you do some winch takeoffs, and maybe try some winch takeoffs. It's always fun talking to you too, Annie. Okay, you take care, and I will see you soon. Everybody else who came in today and tuned in, thank you so much. You made my day, and I really, really appreciate it so much. I will see you soon. What I'm doing later this evening, if you were just listening to that, I am doing this.
You ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long time? Well, I got a SimCity Jones that's been nagging at me for days. So I reinstalled it from the EA app, and I'm not sure that I'm happy about it. It's a madness, I tell you. A madness that's going to consume up entirely too much of my time. You see all this fancy stuff they're displaying in this intro teaser? Well, I always seem to implode before I ever get to the fancy future stuff.
Always.
I think I developed too fast, etc., etc. So my
Impatience.
Jones wants me to try and take it a bit slower on the development and pay much closer attention to the basics of the population growth,
right there.
basic resource
Basics,
demands.
like my jaw sliding sideways.
I want to try to get multiple cities working together, buying and selling resources and goods, then maybe work up to transportation.
I'll see.
It all sounds good right now, but I'm not sure how it's going to go this time.
Poorly. Anyways, I got the SimCity Jones, I tell you. The Jones! And it's madness. It is. I'll be doing that later. I don't have a scheduled time yet, but later. Like and subscribe, and you can find out if that interests you at all. I was surprised last night. I got 49 people tuned in. A lot of people are interested in SimCity again, and that's pretty darn cool. That kid's gonna be a star someday, I tell ya. Star. Happy to say I know him. This show not brought to you by Olestra.